So, day 2, lost footpath. Haven't been here for 5 days because I wasn't very well, but I'm back again because, well, lots of reasons. The first reason is there's a lot more looking to be done. Second reason is I realised that when I came the first time, I was probably a few metres to the right of where the footpath went. So I'm now hopefully in the right spot, and it's easy to follow because the trees up there in the background is sort of where I need to be. That's where it kind of ran. Got a few sheep in here who are pretty friendly. So yeah, day 2 on the lost footpath. See what we get. So first signal that I thought was worth digging. Started off quite slowly. I was expecting all sorts of things to leap out of the ground because I got the footpath in slightly the wrong place last time I came out. But that wasn't the case, so I've been going 15-20 minutes now. This is the first reasonable signal. It was a bit all over the place, but something said you need to dig it up. Pretty nice. I'll clean it up, which won't make much difference, I don't think. It's quite clean. Any ideas, do let me know. We'll continue. Now this is potentially interesting, so it needs a good clean, which I'll do in a second, but I just think it's got some age, as they say. Let's give it a squirt and see what we get. I thought there might be something hiding under the dirt, some kind of pattern, but it's just sort of it's quite heavy, and it's quite heavy, and it's got that green patina that you get with something that's fairly old, but I don't see any patterns on it. It's I think it's interesting. I'll have to do a bit of research and tap into the amazing resources that there are online to help with these things. But I don't know, it just feels old. So this was a very loud 55, 56, which normally means it's something not very good, but I thought I'd dig it out. It's what the hell's that? Just found something here that isn't a stone. What's that? Okay, maybe that's what I dug. I thought it was in the clod. Okay, well, let's pursue this. That's definitely conductive. Oh, it's got a hole in it, so it is something modern. Interesting little artifact found. I'll give it a clean. It looks like it's possibly made of lead. It's probably got a hole in it as well, maybe a weight, but I'm going to clean it up and get back to you. Okay, so what might this be? This is that I thought was a lead weight. There, chappy is. It's very nice. I'll have a look at that. If someone knows, that would be really good if you could pop something on there. Very faint, 85, 86. Sorry about the hole. It's this 11-inch coil, I'm sure of it. It's so difficult to pinpoint this big coil. I need to get a small coil, but it is sort of difficult. And I do fill them in properly, I assure you. But I sometimes have a couple of stabs at it, which I think is down to the size of the coil. Very faint, as I say, 85, 86. Okay, let's go. Oh, there we are, in the side wall. It's still not perfect. Alright, what are you? It's here, whatever that is. Bit of that coke, no doubt. Oh, no, it's not coke. It's very small. It's a worm. It's a metallic worm. What is it? Oh, it's a piece of nothing. There we go. A piece of rusty old iron. Boom, boom. Lovely. Screaming 80 signal. very near the surface. Nothing more than a nice little button. When I say nice, it's all right. It's a button. People have been here. I like that. A flock of redwings just flew over that time of year. Can you hear the raven in the background? We've got ravens everywhere here. There's more than red kites. It's going to be a standoff at some point. A lot of ravens. Buttons are like buses, it seems. Just about a metre from the previous button, we have this chap, another one. Slightly different design, but a little button. So there's obviously a lot of people been wandering about here. They haven't dropped anything too interesting at the moment. So we have ourselves a tiny musket ball. Not found a musket ball here before. There's a field other side of those sheep where I've found 90. Bigger than this, but this is my first on this field. Tiny little one. But there you go, little musket ball. Years ago, there must have been a pretty busy seamstress in the village because I found another button. That's a lot in a small area. They must have been constantly going to her saying, "Can you put me another button on, please? Because it's fallen off." This one's fairly straightforward, nothing fancy, but you know, evidence. So we're just gonna keep looking because something good will arriveth, he said with confidence. Question is this a hammered coin? Is this a hammered coin? I don't know. It's a bit thin, it's a bit damaged, but I'm going to clean it up because I can see, I believe, something under that mud. I'd be chuffed to bits if it is, because I haven't found a hammered coin on this field before, and I haven't found a hammered coin for probably a month now, so it could be, but it might not be. Let's have a quick clean up and see what we got. Right, giving it a bit of a clean, and I can identify, it looks like fleur-de-lis, four-cornered fleur-de-lis, and a big D in the middle, but I can assure you it's got some fleur-de-lis and a D. So I'm thinking, with the fleur-de-lis and the D, it could be a hammered coin. There's the other side of it. It's got some writing on it. Quite damaged by the looks of things, but I think it's a hammered coin. There's a bit more detail on the fleur-de-lis with the D. So yeah, I don't know what it is in terms of which king or queen, but I think it's hammered. Chuffed to bits. So a metre from the hammered coin, I've dug this up, which I think might be a strap end. So the white bottle was where the hammered coin was found, and literally a foot, 18 inches from that, I dug this up, which I think might be a strap end. Don't know. It's got the nice old copper alloy bronze patina from something of age. But I don't know. I'll clean it up more and do some research on that. But just next to the hammered coin. That's great. One more time, we have another button. Slightly larger with a shank, but no pattern on it, so not particularly interesting, but you know what I've said before, it's a button. So there you go, it's going to go in my collection of buttons. So I finally got this, I think it's a button out, but it was interesting doing so because initially it was a faint 70-71 signal, which I had to dig pretty deep to get to it. Then I lifted it out of the ground with a spade full, and the signal had disappeared from the hole, and the only thing I could find around the hole where the earth was a 41 signal and a different tone. So this is the only thing that's in there, and it's a interesting little button, as you can see, but it changed signal. This metal detecting is bizarre. There's no exact science. It seems to be
different signals on different days for the same thing and all that kind of stuff, or if you move the angle it will change signal. It's not an exact science, but we love it. My torchlight's on because it's getting dark, so better get going soon, but this area is good.